Hello. I'm probably Mothman. Again? And this is maybe Mothkin. And this is precipitation. Now, as I recall, Eikthyr is slain, and we turn our attention towards the Black Forest, which I recall seeing in the distance somewhere. So it probably maybe exists, sort of. Oh, but before we go, let's actually make that pickaxe. Oh wait, no, I already have one. Wondrous. Well, if that's the case... Head that way and see what's there. Which room do I have? 200 pounds, give or take. Should be enough for a wee adventure just to fill out the map a little bit and see if I can't find the Black Forest. Are you a troll cave? What are you doing in the meadows? Okay. Merc and you? I'm gonna leave Grumpy be for now. Something about a crossing to an island. Might make our way over there just to see if that's an island proper or if it just leads to... Oh, it's the Black Forest! Haha! Attention span of a dog. We're gonna head there at some point, but for now, let's see what's this way. Hail, warrior! Well met, adventurer. Rumor has it that some traders have found themselves into the 10th world. If you find yourself in need of special commodities, you might want to seek them out. One of them should be somewhere in a forest such as this. I'm terribly sorry I can't be of more help. You'll have to keep an eye out. Yeah, that's fair. that it for the Black Forest here? I thought it looked small when I saw it in the distance, but I wasn't quite expecting quite that level of minute. Well, maybe 6 leather, 6 resin. I could probably get that. Bees. Bees. Aha. Gotcha. Need a few more bitlins from the boar category, and then I can get that ship built. I could build a land bridge, but I feel like that would be a lot of work. I mean, I'm going to anyway, but I want to see if the island's worth it before I do that. Alright, I whiffed that one, I'll take that. Right. For rock. It's a rock. If I've done my math right, each gave me 2. Oh, okay, each gave me more than 2. Lovely. That's enough resin as well. So why don't we go see what's on that island? Yeah, because it was on the other side of the smallest black forest ever. I'm just kidding, I've seen smaller. I don't think we can cross there. I mean, with the raft we could, but... might as well cross at the shortest point and keep an eye down, make sure that everything will actually connect up. Or, you know, land bridge up. Anyone else? Going once, going twice. Okay. Let's be chill. Probably could have put that further in the water. marker so I know where the boat is. Well, let's do a little exploring. I've not had a lot of luck finding islands that I like for building in Valheim, so if this is like a cozy little island, I might be into it. Little might not be the right word, though. Certainly finite. I don't think I see it stretching off into infinity. Oh, I might be trying. This is a weird little archipelago. Pause, traveler. You are welcome to the last and most lawless of the 10 worlds. In Valheim, the air is pure, the water deep, and clear, and the forests overflowing with bounty. Here is adventure, joy, and glory for the taking. Pond full of mechs. Some mushrooms. Shape of this, and then I'll decide if I want to try and run out onto the archipelago or not. I'm having mixed feelings. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. And as much as I enjoy building big, I feel like if the canvas is too big, I start getting a little bit lost in what to do with it. So I was hoping for something with like useful constraints, like not terribly small, but not not quite so big. I like reading the runestones sometimes too, because when I'm being indecisive about where I want to build or where I might want to throw a base, sometimes I'll read one and, I don't know, it'll give me some motivation. A full belly, a full sail, the weight of a spear in your hand, and a song on your lips. Let all the mountains crumble and the seas boil to salt. One day in the sun is a life well lived. Good place for the stone. Gets a lot of sun. I think it's a funky little island, but I don't know if it's the vibe. And that's okay. We got a big world. Suppose I should have checked the structures for bees. How many do I have? I have 5, which means that I probably missed one somewhere. But before I go too far, let's check the other buildings. This is useful. A lot of deer. Okay. How much room I got? 24? Yeah, a fair bit of weight. Did not look like much room, though. I say as I fill up my inventory. I don't need the second torch if I start running. If I run that last slot out. I swear there's another building somewhere in here. I will not fight the salamander. Yet. Not because I'm worried about it, but because I really don't want to fill up my inventory with an inconvenient trophy. Though it's already full of boar meat, it seems. Alright, well, did that to myself. But with the power of eating, I'm able to free up inventory space. I don't tend to use the raft. So I have to say, I don't know if this is especially slow for it, or if it is the wind blowing against us, but hey, at least it's only like 20 feet. Hey, that's fine, that's fine. Great. Great. Head back there for now, and then we'll see what else can be done. I have to say, with that little bit of Black Forest revealed to be as small as it is, I'm not entirely sure where I should be running next. Yeah, I guess if I keep running along the path down, or the coast down that way, I'll probably find something. I'm sure this is going to be the first step to, like, instigating my own ass kicking, but I feel like there haven't been that many more raids for the Moor setting. Put those there. Oh no, I just put those there. We'll move those up. Meat goes in there. I should really cook a fair bit of it. And where does the rock go? The rock goes down there. Fantastic. Now the bees go by the feet. Don't know how quickly I'm going to get the next tier of armor, so I might want to actually upgrade the leather. So if a troll decides to get particularly aggro with me, I don't think it's going to end super well for me. Not a lot in the way of bones. Like I said, the deer around here, a lot of skin, not a lot of bones. Yeah, we'll take a rest and then we'll see what we can stick up in the lamp. The Greylings I will give some courtesy to. The Grey Dwarfs, not so much. Lamp is fully charged. Guess we could go either way. So we know it's sort of up that way. We could fill in the middle zone. I guess before that, let's... call this first lamp. Because it's the first lamp. Aha! Alright. Off into the distance. I like having enough wood to build a workbench and start a fire. That sounds like boar violence. Leather and boar meat are nice, but I think I'm going to get enough from that set of domestic boars we have. Oh, this is hilly. molehill, or does this arc up towards... Ah, it arcs up towards mountain. Interesting. Alright. I don't think that's a huge mountain either. Weird. Because I know the white trees are definitely in the mountain biome. So I don't think that snowfield fully counts. Hmm. I could try to tame wolves early, I guess, but I don't know if the stupid's running quite that deep in my veins today. They just do so much damage. The wolves in Valheim really, I guess you could say they bite. They're pretty adorable, though. Except, you know, when they're tearing your throat out when they've jumped up from behind you in the mountains, but... I'll forgive them. Well, I see pine trees, and I see the backup dancers. What's up? Alright, I was about to say, I saw the meadows biome over here, and it's like, is it another tiny one? No, this one might actually lead to a normal-sized one. Now, be that said as it is there odd useful here? Oh, there is a Grey Dwarf spawner, though. That's not really what I want to deal with. Oh, and a troll! Yeah, we're gonna use an ancient Viking technique called the skedaddle. It's not ideal, but it might not be the best, or the... might not be the best. It's falling apart, but it might not be the worst place to set up camp. Made the mistake of firing. Got a troll cave over there. Got trolls that way. let's put a little marker down here. Those aren't going to do me a lot of good until I have actual bronze to make the cultivator, but it's never bad to pick up those seeds early. Copper right here. I might be able to stop spawns outside of the troll cave with like a torch or something. I guess there's enough else close enough. Could also build up high on the hill, building in the tower as well. Don't mind me, I'm just being a touch indecisive. Give me them berries. Okay, this seems an actual, like, decent-sized black forest by the look of it. I think I see the meadows starting back up. I think I just heard the sound of bone chittering against itself, which is good. That's a burial chamber. Got some copper here. I try to mark the copper in the Black Forest with just a dot so I'm not filling up my map with a bunch of words when I zoom in or out. Since at a certain point you can't tell what's where. I used to be really meticulous with labeling everything, like, oh, this is copper, you know, a bunch of tin veins over here. It helped, and it was nice, but I sort of realized when I zoomed out that I could not read the rest of the stuff. Alright. Well. I'm not seeing a shaman to heal y'all, so this is just a war of attrition. That was a wee bit rude. Right, take a swing. Ideal by any means, but this might not be the worst for at least sleep in the night. Up there. Those. And we'll stick a bed up here, hopefully a height that is a little bit less enticing for Monster fuckery, I say, as monster fuckery finds my door. Art thou sure you have the right address? You seem pretty sure. There are enemies nearby. Anyone else? No? Alright. Is it too early to sleep? That needs to be placed near a fire. Gonna get cheeky with it. That's not perfect, but if I... Heck, I suppose if I just put one there, that would probably... I don't need to do that, I just need to do that. There we go. Don't funnel the smoke into the house. Is that sufficient? Yes, it is. Perfect. Oh, it's a rain day. Fun. Oh, let's see. Stone's not going to do me much good. I'll take like 5 pieces though. That's 6. Take about that many just to see what we can do here. I do want to kind of finish running the border of the Black Forest here just to see how big it is. It doesn't seem titanic, but it's big enough that there's at least some resources. And it's water facing as well. I mean, in the ideal world, it would have an Elder Altar in it, but I have had very, very, very little luck with the Elder's Altar being on the opening continent. I've had it be connected by, like, land bridges, but it's almost always on a different chunk of land. Okay, so maybe that tower is the play then. Some pine nearby too, that's always good. My hope is that sending the carts full of heavy metals will be easier to do now than open up. Stock of this place. Unfortunately, I don't think I can do much to repair it until I have a stone cutter. So we're gonna need to find a few more creative ways to defend this place. Oh. And over. That seems to be blocking it off for that square at least. I really don't have a plan for this being like a hyper-permanent fixture as far as bases are concerned, but I know having something set up in the Black Forest is good for big materials a little bit closer. I suppose I could just build in the meadows like here, but I don't know. I feel like building in the Black Forest and dealing with the few hassles that come with that. Let's put some of these down here, but only so that I can use here. Let's just kind of throw it full of whatever. Go get the rest of the resources we left up in the one cabin. Maybe not before grabbing a bit of wood, though. Now, I'm hoping we don't face too much trouble from the troll cave. Though, if and I had to guess, it will be the constant waves of grey dwarves that will truly test my patience. Expecting you to stick off the stone a little bit more, but we'll take what we can. That comment I made earlier about there not being quite as many raids is really making me nervous now. Because the house in the meadows, at the least, had that weird little barrier that, like, the animals didn't seem to know how to get over, so I have some faith that the Grey Dwarves as well would be a little bit lost on it. This, however, is a little bit more... oh, how shall I say, well, I have some concerns, I guess, regarding how easily they might be able to, you know, step in the door and make something my problem. I have enough stone. Yes, I do. We're gonna just put that fire right there. That'll travel up. Should just kind of catch that. Drift on out. I have thoughts, but a good chunk of them involve having to really take some swings at this structure to bring it down. Give me a fair bit of stone, which would let me erect some walls that won't fall. What's troubling is, I suppose, the Grey Dwarf spawner over there is not high enough up for me to dig down and do much about. Else, I might build like a spawner base around it. Well, for now, this will serve as a fine place to at least gather some ore. Once I have to get it back up, that might be a bit of a trick. I'll make sure that I can do that real quick by laying a path, and we'll see how that treats me. Because in theory, no, it would be my hope. It would be my hope that I could get the ore gathered and then take it to whatever staging location I need to. My usual plan is to make smelters wherever I'm set up in the Black Forest for the sake of mining, or if I'm, you know, set up in a base in the plain, or not the plains, the meadows. You know, try to transfer it back there. But I try to only do that if I'm particularly close. Okay. Not what I would call ideal per se, but I can get a cart up here. Then that's a ways away from me, though. Guess I could search closer and see if there's any Black Forest a little bit closer before I really marry myself to any plans. You know what? That's what we'll do. I'll make sure that I have some... Because I don't think I saw... I thought I heard a burial tomb or something, you know, the telltale signs of bones being rattled. Rattle 'em, boys. But upon closer inspection, I think I might have just been hearing errant skeletons and not an actual burial tomb, which might be more of a choke point than having the ore or having a place to build, because if I can't smelt the stuff, then, well, I have a lot of really heavy rocks and not necessarily a whole lot else. Things to ponder, I suppose. I'm gonna give things a quick look around just to see if there's a burial tomb I might have missed. Sometimes they're a little bit more hidden. But I think what I'm gonna do for that is just run through. I kind of went along the edges and the middle filled in on its own. I'm gonna run through the middle ones just to give it a peek, and if there's not a burial tomb, then I think we're just gonna turn tail and load up as much as we can on the core wood that I gathered, but probably just take as much as I can back to the first lamp. If there is a burial tomb, then we might have to see what all's inside before we make any too rash decisions. Oh, nope, that's just a rock. Darn! No, I was probably just hearing that then. Okay. Well, I'm gonna say it's probably best for me to head back then. So I can come get the resources here at some point, but if I can't smelt them, I should prioritize that. Let all who read me beware of the Grey Dwarves, the skulkers in darkness, the soulless ones. They are born from rot and rainfall. They spring like mushrooms from the smoking soil. There is nothing on their tongues or behind their eyes. Those who fear nothing should still fear them. When a soul of a murderer or a great sinner rots in the ground, it makes a hollow cyst which draws in rock and wood and moss to it. It gathers up the peat into flesh, braids reeds into bone, and takes rags for skin. It should not walk, but when the night comes, it walks. Should you read this, see one with a sword in your hand, lance it and let it out. Or put it to the torch, for it fears the flame. That's fine though, a little bit of wood spent, but it's not too great of cost. Let's see, not much. We're definitely taking the berries. The ancient seed has use, as does that, and the thistle. We have room, which we do. We'll take the bone and the leather. So we'll also try to take wood's easy to come by. We'll try to sneak into some more stone. That'll do. Alright. Let's try to get back to first lamp. It'll be easier going once we're out of the Black Forest. There he is. Alright, need to drop something, it'll probably be the stone. Which, to be fair, I have the pickaxe, so I can actually bust open the rocks in the meadows now, so that's probably going to be less of a concern than before. Ooh, bees. Speaking of... Let me check the meat. I desire bee. Give me the bees. I've got the bees. First lamp is there. If I run entirely through it, I know I'm gonna hit the mountains. Let's equip the torch, just because that'll keep a fair few hazards away from me as we run. Got Ike there for another 3 minutes. Let's go with the mountain this way this time and try to feel out the size. It'll help build up a run as well. I need to be careful though, if I get too close I will attract the attention of wolves. Especially at night. Fun fact! The only time you can get wolves with stars to spawn is when it is night. Which is precisely going to be my luck to have the uber wolf trying to hunt me down as I'm trying to get home. If I could dig a pit quick enough, I might be able to catch them and tame them, but they kind of run off when the sun comes up, and I don't want to... don't really think it's the best choice to risk my life trying to tame a couple wolves this early and this lightly armored. It'll soon tick over to night. But we have that little mountain felt out. It's not going to be probably worth much in terms of resources, but might be a fun place to build something if so we choose. Sort of a highland plains area. I think this is that nifty little spot that I saw before. Let's see. They're heading there more or less, that's fine. And I think we'll probably call it once we settle back down into First Lamp. So I've been going for a hot minute. First lamp. Ah, praise the lamp. It's good to be back. Again, still a little worried about some of the defensive measures or lack thereof here, but hey, we're back. Oh, I'm going to think about where to go next. Day Take it easy.